It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio.
I want my Rockland World Radio, baby. I'm independent. You know it. You love it. You can't live without it. Rockland World Radio.
I knew if I wasn't getting feedback, I'm not on. Welcome to Rockland World Radio. Here we are high atop the Woolworth Way building in the village of Nyack, New York, coming to you live from the stage of the Nyack Village Theater. And this afternoon, I have Mr. Peter O'Brien and company here to discuss the opening premiere of his film, Misery Loves Company, this upcoming Thursday. Thursday's date would be the 10th of October. Doors open 7 o'clock. Movie begins 7:30 with a Q&A afterwards. So, welcome to our show, Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's nice to have you here. Why don't we go around the table and let's introduce who did you bring with you today?
I brought Mr. Stephen Bendler, who's one of the actors in the film.
How you doing?
And I brought Miss Louise Lynch, who is one of the co-composers and still photographers of the movie.
Hello, everybody.
Fantastic. And there we go. Look, and there you are. And I hear you've driven clear across the country, as they say.
Halfway across the country, yeah. We drove in from Nebraska this past weekend for the premiere, so there's really no excuse for anybody not to be able to make it because we came from Nebraska.
Ain't that the truth? All the way to New York for the premiere screening of Misery Loves Company. A film is just barely completed.
Yeah, it was really skin of the teeth. You know, we've been working on it for quite a long time. We filmed it in 2011. And, you know, over the past 2 years, have just been putting it together. And then we got the opportunity to premiere it at the Palisades Center, so we really had to crack the whip and scramble and get it all done and presentable. So
yeah, nothing like having it debut in one of the largest malls in America to help you finalize, you know, and help you make those decisions that you were pondering.
Deadlines get things done, you know.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. When did you start this project?
I wrote the first draft of the script in 2003. So
that's 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's 10 years in the making.
10 years in the making and 2 days until the screening.
Yeah.
Must be very exciting for you. I mean, I know you've been through a lot this last year.
Mm-hmm.
With moving, marriage and moving.
Marriage, moving. That's about it, really.
Movies, marriage, moving, and movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 M's.
That's right.
The 3 M's. How did you enjoy your drive?
Oh, it was a long drive, but it was nice scenery. So we got to discuss what the plans and details were for the opening. So we made use of the time.
All the way, and I hear you have a new traveling companion, Edgar.
Yes, Edgar, our new mutt dog, Australian Shepherd. So he's been joining us here, and he made the drive a little friendlier.
Did he have his head out the window the entire time?
Not really. Not until we hit Congers, and he rolled down the window himself and just stuck his head out and sucked it in.
He felt his ancestral home.
Yeah,
Congers.
He picked it up off my clothing and this is it.
Yeah,
I'm here.
So you had hardly been gone long enough to have some sort of home sickness, as they call it, because you just left the beginning before the summer started, didn't
beginning
you?
of August.
The beginning of August, so the middle of the summer. Only 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not even settled in. I bet you there's still stuff in boxes.
Well,
a few
Mm-hmm.
boxes in the library.
But the movie came out. The movie came out of the box, is in the can, and going to be out of the can soon.
Yes.
This Thursday night, once again, at the AMC Theater at the Palisades Center Mall, which is on the 4th floor. At 7:30, the movie starts. 7 o'clock, get there for a party and introductions and things like that, and to get your photo taken where it should be taken at the grand opening of a wonderful movie. So what's Misery Loves Company? What is that all about?
What would you say it's about, Steve?
It's I think it's a tale of personal growth, personal realization, and making choices against the grain of what sometimes your friends might tell you to do or advise you to do. Take stock in your life and find the best course to go forward.
So it displays options in life, not just one clear, this is all I'm going to do, I don't think about anything else.
Absolutely.
There's some thought involved.
The movie is really about the thought that is involved, and it does explore a lot of options. It's kind of a new take on a coming-of-age story. So it follows the story of a young man who, in the beginning of the movie, he finds himself in a situation of basically getting his heart broken, and then he spends the rest of the movie trying to figure out how to avoid, this miserable feeling in the future. What did he do that he could have done, or what did he not do that he could have done to just make things a little bit more positive.
Less painful experience.
Exactly.
There's nothing like pain as an inspiration to make some changes.
Yes.
And to reflect upon, wow, how did I hurt myself this time?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying he was hurt, he's in pain, and he dives into it, sort of exploratory mission of his. Does he take it on as a mission?
No, it's not necessarily a mission. He kind of just introverts, and while all of his friends are trying to give him advice and reach out to him, he's sort of just putting the pieces together at his own pace and trying to figure things out.
Not exactly getting back on the saddle and
no, he's not
off into the sunset.
No, I mean he does walk off into the sunset at the end, but
what do you mean to give the end away? There is a sunset at the end.
More of a sunrise, really.
Okay, all right, that'll throw you off.
It's a twist.
Nice. How long is the movie?
The movie is 81 minutes.
81 minutes.
So it's a feature.
Full-fledged feature.
Yep.
Excellent. And rumor has it there's a lot of great music.
There is a lot of very exceptional music from artists throughout the Hudson Valley, Rockland County, Orange County, even some friends from afar. They volunteered music for the production, so yeah, it's a really eclectic mix of music. It's not just straight rock or classical. There's some folk songs, there's a reggae song, there's some punk rock songs. So
all new compositions, though, aren't they?
Not necessarily. There are a few new songs written specifically for the film.
Okay.
And some of them were just friends that had bands, and I thought oh wow, that song would really fit within the story. May I use it? And they were like, yeah, totally. And there's one band that appears in the movie playing a couple of songs. Troublebound. They're based out of Orange County at the moment. Good friends with the singer and songwriter Johnny No Keys. And I went to see them play in 2009, and the crowd was unbelievable. You never see shows like that anymore. It was really a great throwback to the energy of the style of music. And there were a couple of songs, It Don't Matter, which is featured in the soundtrack for the movie. It's featured on the trailer for the movie, and we have a music video that's also available online you can check out that we filmed during principal photography.
All right, and with the mention of It Don't Matter, why don't we cut right to that music right now?
This is it.
All right. It Don't Matter, and why don't you tell us the name of the band again?
The band is Troublebound.
You play games that has left me blue. Playing along is what got me you. you so that you can survive. Well, one day you will wake up with all of your life. And it don't matter, just like I don't matter to you. Hey, 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 hey. And don't look back now, cause I won't be there for you. And no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean it'll play to you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean it'll play to you. Oh no, 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 not you. You're the one that's so quick to forget. You're the one playing Russian roulette. Well, I made my decision to walk away without regret. Send me signal to keep me confused. Say I was gone, but there's always an excuse. I sit around always waiting on the truth. Well, I'm sick of waiting for you. And it don't matter, just like I don't matter to you. Hey, 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 hey. And don't look back now, cause I won't be there for you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean it'll play to you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean it'll play to you. Alright! And it don't matter, just like I don't matter to you. Hey, 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 hey. Don't look back now, cause I won't be there for you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean anything to you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean anything to you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean anything to you. Cause no matter what I say or what I do, it'll never mean anything to you.
And we're back. And that was It Don't Matter.
By
Soundtrack
Troublebound.
By Troublebound, who are coming out with some new music.
Yeah, they just had a new album released this year, a couple of months ago, called Unfinished Business. And, you know, if you get the opportunity, check them out online. They have a Facebook page, and you can find them, I think, on the internet somewhere, Reverb Nation.
Yeah, on the internet somewhere. And also, they're playing on the soundtrack of Misery Loves Company.
And they're featured in the movie. All coming up on this Thursday night, October 10th at 7:30. But doors open at 7 o'clock. And don't be late. You wouldn't want to be late. It's only going to be shown once. Once in a lifetime premiere.
Once this month.
Well said.
It might come out again. As long as the building stays
It may
intact.
strike back.
It might strike
in
back.
December.
But this is the now time to go see it. I mean, this is the big gala thing. The other one's going to be a smaller, underground kind of private thing, which is going to be cool too. But this is the extravaganza, the walk, the red carpet, all of that. Massive amount of parking available. Huge screen. You'll never see it this. Well, you won't see it this large. Definitely within the next 3 months. So this is the largest you will see it.
In 3D.
For sure. In 3D, in sensor vision, smell-o-vision.
Fourth dimension. We're going to actually be reenacting it in front of the...
Oh,
it's
with
gonna be
the,
like
with the
Rocky
shadow
Horror.
cast. Excellent. People love that interactive stuff. So talk about locations. Where was Misery Loves Company shot?
Misery Loves Company was shot entirely in Rockland and Orange County. We did a few days of filming at the Paramount Theater in Middletown, New York. That's where we started, and then we moved over to Cornwall-on-Hudson and filmed at Two Alice's Coffee Shop. We did the opening and closing scenes thereabouts at Two Alice's. And then we did a few days at a private location for the protagonist's apartment in Chester, New York. And then we moved down into Rockland County, and we did a couple of days of filming in and around Congers, and we did one overnight at D&D's Restaurant and Pub on Main Street in New City.
And did you, besides yourself, who was helping scout locations?
I did pretty much all of the scouting. Again, I had 8 years to plan the filming, so it just kind of worked out where, you know, as I was writing it, you know, when I would come across a location, I'd be like, this would really fit into the story, you know, let me just make a note of that, or, you know, let me talk to this person And one of the things that really kind of got it to come to the filming stage was that D&D's, the restaurant, my sister is a co-owner. So I went to her and her husband and said, hey, can we film here? And they were very supportive and very encouraging. So they were like, yeah, whatever you need to do, just let us know, and, we'll take care of it. So we did one night. We did, I think, three to four scenes, including the Trouble-Bound footage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and don't forget, people, that's D&D's, located in the town of
New City,
in New City. D&D's in New City, New York, where few of the scenes from Misery Loves Company was shot. Go have some food there.
And they will be hosting the after party after the screening on the 10th as well. So if you can't make it to the screening, come and have a drink.
D&D, it's in the Town Plaza Shopping Center.
Yeah, I believe so.
I got that.
Across from Cinema 6, but don't go there. Go to the Palisades.
Right. Is Cinema 6 still there?
I believe so.
Yeah, must be in the corner.
Yeah.
All right. They got rid of the one upper North Main Street, the theater that was up there. These seats, I believe, that are in the Nyack Village Theater were once in the North Main Street Theater.
The UA.
In New City, correct. So that's where they come from. So
welcome seats.
Seats from New City. All right, talking to Peter O'Brien regarding his film, Misery Loves Company, opening at the AMC Theater this Thursday night. Opening and screening it is Thursday night only, 7:00 p.m. Get there. Let's play some more music.
Okay.
What kind of music do we want to hear? I Hate to Love You?
Yeah, why don't you play I Hate to Love You? That was a song written specifically for the film. Louise and I co-wrote it, and then Johnny No Keys from Troublebound, he provided the vocals with Louise on this song. So
yeah. Did you discover how many complex emotions and thoughts come into the arena of love?
Yeah, I mean, again, since the film was 8 years, now 10 years in the making, the story itself is actually really based upon a lot of experiences that I've had and friends of mine have had, and that's why it's kind of a coming-of-age sort of throwback. But it also has sort of a very John Cusack 1980s feel, like if I were putting on a double bill, I'd probably go with Say Anything or Better Off Dead.
And here's I Hate to Love You from the movie Misery Loves Company.
Must be wrong, it feels so right. There's one thing I know.
Hate to Love You. It's one of those love-hate things, isn't it?
It's a song you love to hate, or hate to love.
Hate you. So, what else? What else? We've dealt with music. Well, not all of the music. It's so music-driven. I mean, the soundtrack. How many songs are there?
There are about maybe 23, 24 songs throughout the entire film. If you go to the website, www.mlcfilm.com.
We don't need to say that anymore, you know.
For the website, you do. It won't redirect.
Well, if you say .com, you have to press in.
You have to put in www.
.mlcfilm.com. For MiseryLovesCompany.com. MLC.com.
MLCfilm.com.
MLCfilm.com.
Yeah. And if you go there,
MLCfilm.com.
There's a tab at the top that says soundtrack, and then you can see a list of all the songs and all of the artists that are featured in the movie.
And you can play them?
You can play a couple of them that are on YouTube. You can play the Trouble Bound song. You can play another song called Wrong Time, which Louise wrote for the film, which is actually a pretty interesting story. Why don't you tell it?
Why don't you tell it? And before I do, this isn't your first writing. You've done...
Yeah, I've written some on my own. I've written some songs on my own, and actually
prior to this movie.
Yeah, growing up, I had the coolest older brother ever, and he brought me out to a lot of shows, and we actually made a band, and we used to play with Trouble Bound. That was always a really fun time. So this song, Wrong Time, Pete was working on the film, working on the sound and everything, and he had a scene that didn't have anything in the background, and he kind of needed the music pretty quickly. I seem to work really well under those circumstances. He just calls me up, says, I need a song that kind of sounds like this, can you do it? And I need it fast. So I wrote this song, start to finish, recorded it and everything in 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, so I work well under pressure.
A long time for a 3-minute song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's Wrong Time from the movie, Misery Loves Company. I like saying that.
We like hearing it.
Yeah.
Took a walk around the ring, found a posy who could sing. Oh, it was you. Oh, it was you. Filled my pockets to the brim. Didn't think it was a whim. Oh, it was you. Oh, it was you. See the ashes coming round. Now I'm here falling down. Oh, it was you. Oh, it was you. I came as a friend with your finger in a band, 'cause you were so sad, you're so sad, so sad. I reached out my hand and you held it like sand, 'cause it's a bad time is bad. You gave me a kiss to sweeten my bliss, but now it's too soon, too soon. So I let out a smile and you put it in the pile, as if it's your broom, your broom. I gave you my heart and you took it apart, 'cause it's the wrong time, it's wrong. It's a tiresome for this old thing, 'cause it's the wrong time, it's wrong.
Wow, what a beautiful song. That is a beautiful
done.
song.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done. 2.5 hours, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So she's for hire then. You can,
Yeah, you got
need
the
a-
audition for sure. For sure. Is that it's not the only song you have on the soundtrack, is it?
No, you know what? Honestly, I haven't actually seen the film. So what other
So you haven't
songs
seen the
made
final
it?
product?
Oh no.
No.
So that's why I'm
That's
going
how
on
top
Thursday
secret
at
this
7
is.
p.m. Yeah. So what other songs made it?
Louise has a few other songs featured in the movie.
Lost One Day.
Lost
right?
One Day, Don't Give In, and When Your Heart's Black
Right,
are
right.
all prominently featured throughout the movie. But that Wrong Time she wrote specifically for the film for a very pivotal, emotional scene in the movie. It's kind of the...
So where was the editing being done?
the editing was being done in Congers on a Mac,
All right.
you know, Premiere Pro.
Did you take it out with you when you left across the country?
Yeah, I always...
It wasn't was it completed? Or?
The edit, we had, as I said, we filmed it in the summer of 2011, and then the edit really began in the winter of 2012, and we had a rough cut in the spring, and then a final cut in the summer of 2012. But then once you have the edit done, you have to address all of the little cosmetic details, visual effects, things like that, the credits, and then the audio. And the audio, we did a lot of location shooting, so we had some contamination. We had to overdub some scenes. And so I got in touch with a colleague of mine from the Rip House documentary, John Corsiari. He does J-Rod Studios out of Pomona, New York. And I went and we did, I think, 11 sessions over 7 months, just working on the audio and getting it into shape. And he mixed Wrong Time. He mixed a couple of other songs that we did for the movie. So he was a really great help on the audio side of the film.
Yeah. So that's why you haven't seen it yet and heard
No, and
all the-
he's so good. I can't keep secrets. Like, I like to share things. He's really good at, like, waiting for the right moment, like the most ripe moment to let things out, you know. So he's been very good with keeping this under wraps, and only a few people have seen it.
There are only 2 people who have watched the movie straight through. I'm one of them, and the associate producer, Ray Zablocki, he oversaw the final stages of the render and the presentation for Thursday night, so he's seen the film.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I don't even know what
very
he thought of it,
patient.
though.
Yeah.
So
Well, I find that the way to go about it. And if too many people see it before it comes out, then you just have too much opinion flying around prior to the piece of work. And so
And it's also
good.
it's going to be great to
Excellent.
see it on the big screen. I think for the cast and everybody,
Yeah.
that's usually how it's done.
And-
Oh, it's an amazing, awesome
the first time.
opportunity for our local filmmaker to be displayed on an AMC screen here at the largest mall in America, the Palisades Center Mall. Plenty of free parking. It's on the 4th floor. You can enter via Barnes and Noble still there?
Barnes and Noble's right across.
Barnes and Noble, while they're still there, and straight across from the Barnes and Noble. That's this Thursday, October 10th, for Misery Loves Company, and you can go online, MLC Films.
Film.
See, I almost got it.
Almost.
MLCfilm.com to hear more, see more, find out more about Misery Loves Company, the movie.
Yeah, and we also have, what else do we have a raffle going on.
Yep.
at the premiere.
Raffle at the premiere.
So we're going to be raffling off a poster
A
of the
Porsche,
artwork.
the car that was in the
Yes,
movie.
the Porsche.
Yes, the
2012.
the 1992 Toyota Tercel, which is rotting somewhere in Congers.
You can have it rot in your driveway.
No, we're going to be doing a raffle. We're going to be raffling off a poster of the artwork drawn by the storyboard artist Carlos Citaro. You can look him up online. He has some very spectacular stuff.
Yes, he does.
And then we are also going to be giving out some of the soundtrack samplers, which feature the songs you've heard today on the radio. So it should be, a good fun night. The trailer for the film is also online. You can check it out on YouTube and Vimeo. And it just features a lot of clips, so you can, spot some locations around the county.
Yeah, that would be Misery Loves Company behind the scenes.
There is also a behind-the-scenes video online. If you go to YouTube and type in Misery Loves Company film or my name and Misery Loves Company, Peter O'Brien, Misery Loves Company, you'll get the trailer, you'll get the behind-the-scenes, you'll get the Troublebound music video.
Can people buy tickets online?
People can buy tickets online.
You can buy tickets online. People go to AMC theaters.
Nope.
No.
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 No,
It is
sorry.
preferred to buy in advance. Tickets are available at brownpapertickets.com, and you can go there and search Misery Loves Company, or you can go to the Misery Loves Company Facebook page, and there are about 100 links posted every hour on the hour
There you go.
for tickets.
An independent
Very subtly,
film at
very
its
subtly.
finest.
Yes.
Yes.
Promoted.
Good for independent film here in Rockland County. We could give a shout out to the which society has handled this wonderful booking for you.
Yes, David Kaminsky and the Rockland filmmakers, along with Rivertown Film, have graciously come together to sponsor the screening at the Palisades Center. So we'd like to thank them for their support, especially David Kaminsky. He saw the trailer for the film, and he just got really excited about the prospect of screening it and having it be a local production. So he just did what he could to help us, and he did, something I couldn't have done. So I really appreciate and respect and, am grateful to David.
Right on. And for any other local filmmakers in the making out there, you can contact, what's their organization? Rockland
Filmmakers. They also
Rockland
have
Filmmakers, also the Rivertown Film Society.
Yeah.
They kind of intermingle.
Rivertown is the parent company, so if you go to their website, you can find a link to the Rockland Filmmakers. They also have a Facebook page, or you can just come to the screening and meet everybody firsthand. So
That's Thursday night at 7 o'clock, October 10th, at the AMC Theater in the Palisades Center Mall here in Rockland, in case you're hearing this over the border somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So Rockland rocks.
It does.
And so does Misery Loves Company, the movie. Let's hear another song.
Sure. Steven actually has a song featured in the movie. It's called
Come Home With Me.
Come Home With Me.
excited. I can feel my heartbeat. My blood is pumping heavy from my head to my feet. We'll go on back to my place. I'll put the key in the door. We'll step on inside, darling. Our boots will hit the floor. Oh, baby, come on with me. We'll get down on our knees. Oh, baby, come on with me. You'll be better.
And there we have Come Home to Me. Didn't we have that?
Yeah, we did.
We had that.
Very brief. It's
Kind of rocking.
yeah. It's a quick. No, take no prisoners kind of a song.
Yeah. Now, is that a solo project, or did you? Was that
That was
from a band?
That was a band that I had started in the year 2000. Yeah, so we haven't played in a few years, but we're talking about possibly doing something together.
Well, now that you have a soundtrack recording,
Yeah, now we've
You
got
know.
some attention on the
the
radio.
reunion tour
Yeah, we're talking
is
about
being
doing
booked as we speak.
a reunion thing. Yeah, so we'll see.
Nice, excellent. It's great sound. Great
Thank
sound.
you.
A lot of good energy,
Thank you.
and great guitar sound. I just love the way guitars sound too, cranked up.
Gotta be messy,
amplifiers.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not so neat, not so practiced.
No, that's not rock and roll. That's what I tell them here when they come up from high school. In fact, we should put this out on a couple of other pages to get some high school future filmmakers to come out. You know,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if they can come to the premiere, I mean, there's a community here for filmmakers. It'd be a good place for them to meet people and actually just move forward with getting other projects done. That's the whole point of this, you know, just to get people
right.
together.
I mean, you know, it just what we do here. You never know who has that one piece. You know, it
You're
could be a
looking for.
tricycle. You know, I need a tricycle in my film, and if you have 10 people, somebody might know somebody who has one, or whatever it is. You know, a palm tree or whatever.
It's also good for younger people to see a realistic take on how films are made. Sometimes you have this, well, when I make my movie, it's going to be this, this, and this, but when you see real life and the connections you have to make and the trouble you have to go through and all the hoops you have to jump through to actually get a project off the ground, it's not sometimes what you envision of making a film.
And the script itself, I mean, you had to cater to what you had accessible as far as locations.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I had written the script to be filmable, especially on a small scale. But even when the pieces started falling into place, you know, I had to do some revisions. And even while we were filming, you know, there was one day filming at 2 Alice's Coffee Shop, and we were filming in the afternoon, and the sun set. So now what
The
was...
light's totally different.
Yes.
Well, we had 2 scenes, so we finished one scene, and the following scene was supposed to also be, you know, later in the story, but during the day, and it became a night scene.
Of course
But
it did.
It helped contrast the opening scene, which, you know, really I think helps
Yeah, it
helps
worked out.
enhance the story. So it really worked in our favor. But you have to be able to roll with the punches and be flexible. Another interesting story from filming was our lead actress, Carly Ballister, second week of filming, she calls us up because she twisted her ankle
Pretty bad, too.
pretty badly.
Yeah.
So she was, you know, there are a couple of scenes where we had to frame her foot is like just out of frame, so you don't see the big club foot bandage wrapped around it. But she healed up pretty quickly, and then we ran her up a mountain, and, you know, it was okay.
Well, that is a little bit of an obstacle.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had our challenges, but we made it through.
And light sometimes does that, doesn't it? Especially if you're dealing with sunlight. Even a mere cloud could offset your entire lighting settings.
Absolutely. Or give you shadows you don't want
Yeah.
and don't need.
That's the problem of working with the sun. It's like
Plays by its own rules.
Yeah, it does.
you can't rely upon it, to be consistent, and that will definitely wreak havoc on your final product for sure. So at least it went from light to dark.
Yeah.
Something a little bit easier to tackle in terms of adjustments.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are talking about Misery Loves Company, the movie, being screened Thursday night, October 10th. Doors open 7 o'clock. Film starts at 7:30 at the AMC Theater at the Palisades Center Mall. You can go to mlcfilm.com. Yes, online. Check that out. Also, YouTube has plenty of clips in case you can't wait to see something from it further. We're going to leave them with one more song.
Okay.
And thanks a lot for stopping in. I know these guys just got off. Well, you didn't come in.
No, I live in Yonkers. I drove over the bridge.
Yonkers. Well, how's the bridge coming along?
Not too bad. No traffic now, but who knows?
The new one isn't up yet?
No.
That'll take a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming over to Yonkers.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for showing this film. Thanks for getting it done. Thanks for the great music. And thanks to Rockland filmmakers and David Kaminsky for the hookup at AMC. I mean, he made the phone call and everything.
He pioneered the screening and he put it all together. So he really came through for us.
Excellent. Big ups to David Kaminsky. All right. Until next time, this is Modern Metro Stuff here on Rockland World Radio. And Misery Loves Company, once again, this Thursday, October 10th, 7 o'clock at the AMC Theater at the Palisades Center. What's the next song and the final song we're going to hear?
The final song I would like to play is Mutineer. It's by a band, Cum, out of Burlington, Vermont. And the song was donated by a good friend of mine who was in the Rip House documentary who passed away this past summer. His name was Mike Deutsch, and he plays the electric mandolin in Mutineer, which is featured in Misery Loves Company.
In Montana show, we gone back to the hollow door. High test, system back, coach on step, si son fait, confère, ton pic, et ton step, society, et con, la confus, t'es ton step, tu chanter.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.